Hello there, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my home classroom. Come on in, I'll show you around. In full disclosure, I had these grand plans of recording this, MTV Crib style, and then I realized I have no one to help me film because Billy's at work. So we're just going to move the camera about 100 times and make it work. Many of you know my district has opted for virtual instruction for the entire first semester, which is through the end of January. So I did create a classroom space at home, even though at the time I'm recording this, I don't know where I'm gonna be teaching. I might be in my classroom, I might be at home, I might be doing a little bit of both, but today I'm gonna give you all a full tour of this space, and I'm going to link as much of the different materials and furniture items as I can down in the description box if you're interested. Let's start on my classroom wall because I think that's what you all are most interested in. I did make an entire video showing how I set all this up, so make sure you go back and watch that. But one of my necessities for teaching from home is a whiteboard. That is the number one thing I really wish I had in the spring, and I wanted one that had enough space for me to be able to work out as a math teacher several problems and leave them up as examples rather than a small whiteboard where you have to erase it after every problem. This whiteboard came from Target and it was only like $18.99, which I thought was a pretty good deal. It measures about 2 feet by 3 feet, and in addition to being dry erase, it is also magnetic. So you will see I have a magnetic marker on here, and I do have this little magnetic pocket. This came from Michael's, and right now I have a set of magnetic base 10 blocks in here that I got from Lakeshore Learning. I'm going to do a future video on these, but I really like magnetic manipulatives because I can use them on a board or I can display them under a document camera, and they're just very versatile. Next, let's talk about my bulletin board. Almost all of this is from Target with the exception of the blue fadeless paper. That is from Michael's, but the border is from the Target Dollar Spot, the letters are from the Target Dollar Spot, and the black dry erase pockets are from the Target Dollar Spot. I have gotten a lot of questions about these math posters. So here's the deal. I actually created these to be notes for my students. I typically print them 2 to a page so they will fit inside of a composition book. I want to eventually post these for you all because I know you all want them really bad. They're just not ready yet, but I promise when they are ready, I will let you know. But I love storing these in dry erase pockets. That way, when we start a new math unit, all I have to do is change it out and I'm ready to go. And let's talk about these lights. They came from Target and I am holding them with just little command hooks, but just keeping it real, they actually don't reach all the way around my board, so I kind of have this ugly cord. Sometimes I will move the cart over to kind of block it. I also broke one of them. They are glass and I totally scooted my chair into it and it shattered. So don't make that same mistake. Let's go ahead and talk about this cart with, this super cute camera angle. The cart itself came from Michael's. They have a shorter version. This is the longer version. And I like that just because I can store a little bit more with it. On the inside, I have some different organizational bins. I have 2 of these green bins, which came from Michael's, and I also have some of these black bins, which came from Big Lots. It came in a set with a few different sizes. There's these kind of smaller rectangle ones, longer rectangle ones, and then there are some bigger rectangle ones as well. So, top shelf, I have this lovely fake plant, which I think I got from TJ Maxx just because it looks cute. And then I have some dry erase, like Expo markers, but they're also magnetic, so I can stick them on the board. And then I have some sticky notes and some whiteout. Those are things I feel like I use very often. And over here in this bin, I have my iPad because I do digital planning and I use my iPad for everything. I am going to do a video coming up about digital planning. And then behind this, I have just some different books that I kind of plan on using for the first week or month of school, but a lot of my books are actually in my classroom. So this is just a small collection of them, but I have Our Class is a Family, Spaghetti and a Hot Dog Bun, Chrysanthemum, Each Kindness, and What to Do with a Problem. So those are just kind of hanging out in here until I can get my classroom and get the rest of my books. Now the second shelf, I know you can't really see it, but this is kind of where I'm storing a lot of my math manipulatives and things. So for example, in this container, I have some magnetic fraction circles, and I also have some magnetic pattern blocks and just different magnetic manipulatives that I might be using with my students. Now let's talk about my desk area. Actually, it's not just my desk area. I share this with Billy because he's finishing up grad school and he uses this a lot. But let's actually start with the chair. This chair is my new favorite thing. I have never had a nice desk chair until now. I got this from Staples. They were running a chair sale and I sampled all of the chairs. I sat in them and this one just spoke to me. I love how simple it looks, but it's also super comfortable. It just supports your back and then this supports like your head and your neck. Super comfortable, highly recommend. This desk is from IKEA. I believe it's the MALM desk, and we have the one that has like a pull-out piece, which is kind of broken, so we never really use it anyway. And then we have this Alex add-on unit that literally just sits on top. Like I can move it back and forth. It is not attached in any way, shape, or form, but it gives us some height to the desk, and it also gives us drawers, which I really like. So in terms of what I have on the desk, I've really tried to simplify it. I have this globe from Target. It just makes me happy when I look at it. It's black and white, and that's, you know, my jam. I then have this little pencil caddy that has all of my pens and markers and things. Definitely not a necessity, but again, it makes me happy and it reminds me of my classroom because I have the exact same one in my classroom. This caddy came from Target, but I did get it several years ago, so I don't think it's available anymore. I then have this Anchor wireless charger. This was pretty cheap. I want to say it was like $10 or $15, but I love it because I can put my phone on there and have it charge, and then I can easily grab my phone when I need it. We do have an iMac. Billy actually purchased this iMac several years ago when he was in college, but I like having a nice big screen. We have an Amazon Echo back there. I'm not gonna say Alexa because she's gonna respond to that, but oh, see, she's listening. Then I have this small fake plant that I got from IKEA for like $5, and I have about 10 of them all around my house and I love them. And then finally I have this little desk light, which I got off of Amazon. I really like it because you can choose the color tone, so you can have it be more yellow light or more blue light, and you can also adjust the brightness. I will give you all a peek inside the drawers, even though they're nothing to write home about. The one on the left has some extra notebooks and little pads of paper, and also some screen cleaners. And the one over here has more general office supplies. If you look in the back, you can see my TI-83 calculator from when I was in like middle school and high school, and just, you know, some staples, extra sticky notes, tape, and paper clips. I almost forgot this middle section. It's kind of a weird space to organize because it's open. So I put some of those bins from Big Lots just to help organize it. This bigger one has like a stapler, some tape, scissors, and then this kind of skinny one has some extra cords and like our remotes. And then finally I have a 3-hole punch, but I really like that it just kind of keeps the space more organized, and from the front it looks nice and clean. The back of the desk is kind of a mess because of the cords. We do keep a cat bed down on the floor because Luna tends to hang out down there. We also keep this window, like the blinds, up because the cats love to sit on the window. And then we have just basic white blinds, which I believe I got from Home Goods. So next I want to show you inside my closet, but it's literally like the world's smallest closet. So I'm gonna pick up the camera and show you. The top shelf consists of a briefcase that Billy doesn't use, a big box of envelopes, and some bins that came from Target, which I've had since I was in college, that are holding general office supplies. Middle shelf, we have a handheld vacuum and a duster because our cats love to walk around on our desks, which are white, and they show a lot of cat hair. So then we have just random, like, you know, labels, papers, stuff like that. It's kind of a hot mess, but I don't know, it is what it is. Then I have this other cart, which this one either came from Michael's or Target. I don't know. I've had it for several years. This is just kind of holding some random stuff. Top shelf, I have some notebooks and crayons and pens. Middle shelf, I have like some envelopes and folders and dividers. And then at the bottom, I have some random cords and things. And then Billy's laptop sleeve hanging back there. So, you know, not the cutest, but it's a closet. Next, we have the other desk area that we don't really use as a desk area. It just holds electronics. This desk came from IKEA. It is the Alex desk, so it matches the add-on unit that we have on the main desk. I like it because it's very simple. It has just 2 drawers, which I will show you inside of in a second, and it has a nice big space on top. So we have a TV because we do watch TV, all right? A lot of times at night, Billy will be in here on the computer working on grad school. I will sit in the chair and we'll watch like The Office or Survivor or Price is Right, something like that. And then we have our printer. So I get a lot of questions about my printer. I have an HP OfficeJet Pro 8710. However, I don't think they make it anymore, but I will say I've always had really good experiences with HP printers. And personally for me, I really like having one that will print borderless and double-sided. Those are 2 features that are really important to me. So look at the printers out there, figure out what features you really care about, but I do highly recommend HP. So here are the drawers. They're not the most organized. The drawer on the left has plain paper and cardstock. I did get this black tray from the Target Dollar Spot, but I cannot fit 2 of them side by side, and they only had 1 anyway. But I do feel like it helps just kind of separate and keep the paper nice and organized. This other drawer has a lot of extras. So I have like graph paper, extra cardstock. I have some legal size paper, which I never use. And I do have my extra HP Instant Ink. If you are not using HP Instant Ink, which you have to have an HP printer, but you need to. Literally, you never run out of ink. They mail you more, and you only pay for the number of copies, not the amount of ink. So it costs the same to print a full page of black or a full page of color or just a little dot of black on the page. Doesn't matter. I personally have been using this for about 5 or 6 years and I absolutely love it. So if you want to try out a month free, I do have a link for you down in the description box, but total game changer, especially if you are printing a lot. So on the wall, I just have these 2 pictures. The gold frames came from HomeGoods. And then the print that's on the inside, I literally printed at home. I just made it in PowerPoint. One says, inhale confidence, exhale doubt. And the other one says, work hard, stay humble, which is one of my favorite phrases. It's actually the lock screen on my phone. All right, we might as well finish the tour like this. I love this corner of the office. It just makes me happy when I look at it, probably because it's very on brand for me. First, we have this lamp. I bought the shade and the base separately, but they both came from Target. Then this cart, I get asked about this all the time. You can get the rainbow version of this cart from Michael's, but this white, gray, and black version I have not seen in a really long time. My mom actually got this a while ago, like over 10 years ago. She gave it to me when I was in high school. I carried it with me to college and then carried it with me here to our townhouse. But I use this to organize my Astra Brights paper and cardstock. So I have 2 drawers per color. The first drawer has paper, the second drawer has cardstock, and it just goes in rainbow order. Then I have this chair, which I got from HomeGoods. I actually got this when Billy and I first moved into the townhouse because I knew that I would be filming YouTube videos, so this is what I used to sit on. The pillow and the pillowcase both came from IKEA, and then I just have a gray blanket, which I got from HomeGoods. And I also have this black ottoman, which I got from HomeGoods. But I'll be honest, I typically move this chair and ottoman over here. I have filming equipment set up, so just ignore it. But I will set it up over here so that I'm kind of by Billy while he's working, and then we can both watch TV. That is it. That is the full tour of my crib, aka my home classroom, aka just my office that I have kind of transformed into a mini classroom by putting some things on the wall and adding a cart. But I really hope this video helped to inspire you, especially if you are going to be teaching from home, and I hope it helped to answer a lot of the questions that you all have had about where I've gotten different items in this room. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. What is your favorite area or favorite thing in this room? I think for me, it's the desk chair, but that's because I know how comfy it is. I would also love it if you would subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you do not miss any future videos. As always, thank you for watching. I love you all so much. Don't forget to put your positive pants on, and I'll catch you in the next one.